Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here, and today we're going to be talking about, do you have to get on a phone call or Skype call in order to make it happen on Upwork or freelancing? Before we get into that, remember to rate, comment, subscribe, click that get notification bell if you want my notifications, and drop down into the free Discord chat in the video description. We're hanging out in there all day long. That's where this topic came from. Now, do you have to get on a phone call in order to get jobs on Upwork, in order to survive as a freelancer? There's a couple things we have to talk about with this to make sure that we cover it accurately, but the bottom line is no, you do not have to get on phone calls if you don't ever want to make money. So whenever you first get on Upwork, you're probably not going to get on too many phone calls. You're just going to get on Upwork. You're going to start applying to gigs. You're going to take some low budget gigs, $5 a blog post, $5 an hour, whatever it is. You're probably not going to get on a phone call for those kind of gigs. Clients aren't interested in talking on the phone for simple, mundane tasks. There's just no need for it. They're going to send you the information. You're going to do the job. You're going to get paid your pennies. As long as you're doing that, though, as long as you're operating like that, and this is how most freelancers, I would say a vast majority of freelancers are trying to avoid a call, okay? This is what a lot of people are doing. And as long as you're doing that, you're going to be part of those people. You're going to be part of most people, doing what most people are doing, getting the results that most people are getting. Those are hobbyist results. They're the results of someone who doesn't take the business fully seriously yet, or they're the results of someone who's just starting out, which is a little bit different. If you're just starting out, it doesn't make sense to get on calls. But once you have a couple clients and you've got some feedback, now suddenly it does make sense to get on calls. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to do it my way. You don't have to do anything that I say. You can try whatever you want. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Got Upwork invites coming in while I'm making videos. That's pretty cool. Look, you don't have to do the things I say. You don't have to follow my words. But here's the thing. I get a lot of results. I'm doing this full time, and I've had a lot of experience. And my experience tells me that if you don't get on a freaking phone call, you're not going to make very much money as a freelancer. Or, I mean, you can make, I don't know what you can make. Look, you can make what you can make. If you can find a way to not do phone calls and make a lot of money, cool. That is really awesome for you, and I hope that you will continue doing that if that's what you want to do. But in my experience, that is not the way it goes. It doesn't work that way. You get on phone calls because you're a business. You are a business. I know a lot of people think that freelancing is not a business. It's definitely a business. Try not paying business taxes with it and see what happens, because you are operating as a business when you're a freelancer. So you have to keep that in mind. You need to start to shift into an entrepreneur's mindset, a producer's mindset, a business mindset. Businesses take calls, especially businesses where we're talking about doing any kind of consulting work, we're talking about doing any kind of marketing work, building websites for people, copywriting, anything that's going to directly impact somebody else's business. You need to be on a call with that business owner so that you can talk to them business to business and establish what they need, whether they're a fit for you, whether you can help them, just how big the problem is and what it's going to mean to have you solve that problem for them. What are the results on the other side? What are they going after? What are they trying to accomplish? From there, you can roll out your value-based pricing, and then you can charge higher rates. But you can't do any of these things, at least for the most part, by chat. Because if you're trying to operate by only talking to people through chat on Upwork, what ends up happening is there's a lot of miscommunications. There's things that don't get said. You can't get a feel for who this person is, whether they're shady as fuck or whether they're a gift from God. You just don't know, because you can't interpret the things that you need to interpret. Their voice tones, their facial expressions, any kind of body language, there's nothing. On Skype, you can see everything. You can see them face to face. You can hear their voice. On a phone call, you can at least talk to them and get a feel. You can hear the little subtle shifts in their voice that tell you things about this person and whether or not you like them. So you're going to have a lot of miscommunications if you're only working through chat, and you're going to find that clients who aren't willing to get on a phone call they tend to be the clients who also don't pay very much. There's a correlation there. I don't have any proof of that, but take it with a grain of salt. But my experience has been that clients who don't get on a phone call or aren't willing to do that are also not willing to pay you higher rates. So to answer this question, do you have to get on a phone call? No, you do not have to get on a phone call. Upwork is not forcing you to get on a phone call. But if you want higher rates, you should get on a phone call. You should at least ask for a phone call and let the other person know that you are a business, you're a business owner, you're not an employee. You're not just there to get instructions and try to make this thing happen. You're there to find out if you can help this person, if you want to help this person, and how much of an impact you can have on their business. And the best way to do that is to get on a phone call, ask them questions, and just see what they need help with. Some of you might not speak English, so this might be kind of scary for you. You might not speak English naturally. Clients don't really care if you can speak good English, so I want you to know that. They don't care about your level of English. They just care if you ask the right questions, if you can show that you can solve their problem. That's the bottom line. So you have to be able to speak well enough to show that, or you have to find ways around that. That's just entrepreneurship. You have to be able to say, I mean, you can say whatever you want. You can say, I can't do this because I'm not confident, or I can't do this because I don't speak English natively. Well, I don't have that problem because I'm a native English speaker, but I've had a lot of other problems that I had to overcome, and I had to find ways to overcome them. That's part of having an entrepreneur mindset. That's part of treating this like a business. You have to think like a business owner. So that's my advice to you today. Get on a call, get on phone calls with these clients so that you can discuss their needs and then pitch them your value-based price. And then you're going to make enough money to survive as a freelancer. Now, we'll talk about establishing your value on the call tomorrow, or not necessarily the call, but just in general, establishing your value so clients understand your value and so that they're more willing to pay your rates. We'll talk about that on tomorrow's live stream. It's going to be at 8 a.m. CST, so I hope you'll join me there. But in the meantime, I think that's it for now. Just get on calls. The more you practice them, the better you're going to get. All you have to do is get on the call and ask questions about their business. That's really it. If you just get on a call and ask questions about their business and then roll out your price and say, this is my price to solve that problem for you, they're going to pay you higher rates. Rate, comment, subscribe. Click the get notification bell. I'm Sinister Lex. Drop in the Discord chat and hang out with me and all of our YouTube friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.